There's the monument. The world's largest Christmas tree.
The four people that are on the corner, she's got an artilleryman with a plunger, and this is a sailor.
Fort Benjamin Harrison. And there he is. These flags have so much history and it's radiating off. Beautiful. Oh, New Hope Church. Really, it's been around that long. Okay. Third era. United States becomes a world power. Prelude to War, Europe, 1914. Some of your guys' hometowns are here. Western Front, Eastern Front. Oh. My ancestors lived somewhere around here. Somewhere in the Austrian Empire. I'm not exactly sure.
This is World War I. These are the original recruiting posters, and they're not politically correct. Like that, I don't think we would say that today. Then they make you want to buy a bond?
Yeah.
But on the other side, this is the footwear. And we know, no stereotypes, we know how the ladies like the footwear. And all the time they tell us, we wouldn't mind wearing these with the buckles on them, you know,
Oh, yeah.
even today.
Yeah.
I see, it isn't until this era they actually changed how these things work.
So these are the enemy's weapons, these are the Allied weapons. This is probably one that killed more Americans than just about any other weapon. And it was,
Honestly, shoes haven't changed much, have they? Are you helping your overseas pals? Propaganda.
And the first shot fired in anger by an American was shot by this guy right here. And so what he did was he fired. This is a French 75. And so we're not ready to go to war. We don't have weapons, so we're using the French weapons. We're sending Americans over there to use the French weapons. This is
Machine gun. Such a nasty piece of equipment. And heavy.
See how bulky that one was? This is what we would. So the technology, sometimes we have the best weapons, sometimes we didn't.
That's a French machine gun.
These were silver, so they're not enlisted. They're helping people, Red Cross and different things like that. And
Trench art.
Our ladies dressed.
100% heroism in every man a Yankee.
We had a guy come and visit from this he saw it.
So Indiana fires the first shot.
All of the different branches in one place. And he says, you know, this would look really nice in this facility.
And this is the gun that did it. Wow. The gun that fired the first shot. Well, hope it hit its mark. Although, in typical war fashion, most shots didn't. You weren't really hit. You were hit by everything else hitting you. Half the time, I think people died from buildings falling on them rather than being actually shot. Or they were exploded by something else getting hit and hitting you. Like, I think the environment was more deadly than the actual weapons sometimes. The fashion of the time. Cool. Little rest area.
What he bought, he fixed it up and sold it to a guy named Anton Kamala.
Armory. There's a lot here. I'm just gonna kind of just walk around real quick, not really seeing much. It's also dark in here. Huh. Well, that's kind of authentically what it would look like. Imagine having to type in the dark. Yikes. All of this is, it's all original. It's weird being in a place like this with empathy like I do. It crawls up my back. I can feel everything. It crawls up my back. Well, down it, up it, it crawls. Whew. So much history. Never really been into history, but I mean, mostly because it makes my skin crawl sometimes. Especially when stuff is original. Everyone's hopes, dreams, soul, just trapped in the item. 2 American-designed guns face off on the Western Front. Oh yeah, Civil War. Huh. Oh yeah, Gans Cassidy. Seen that face around. Richard Cook. And of course, Paul Frank Bear. It's hard even getting close to these things. The authenticity is blaring. Oddly enough, these things don't radiate as much authenticity to me. I don't know why. Maybe they weren't held in such high regard as they probably could have been. I don't know why. Like, that over there radiates authenticity to the point I can't even get near it. This is just like whatever to me. This is whatever. Doesn't radiate much at all. Like it's a replica. But it's apparently original. I don't know. Just odd. It doesn't even look that old compared to other stuff here. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Huh. That's not quite a baritone, but it's very similar to an instrument I played. It's hard being close to stuff that's authentic. Some of it's radiating, some of it's not. I don't know what the difference is. I mean, it is a physical empathy thing, so maybe the reason why some of these flags I feel nothing is because there were no, there was not much of a physical presence tied to that flag. Like, it was flown during the time, but nothing really happened. Salvation Army. By the way, if there's any comments about the Salvation Army helping us out, sadly, they have no funding. Period. Salvation Army can't help anybody right now. At least not the Indiana branch. They are tapped out. They have been so for a while. Anyway. Army Nurse Corps. Yep. That's the problem with war. You end up with unalived people, as well as very injured people, and mass grave sites. And sometimes just a pit where the bodies are put when you can't do anything about it. Salvation Army Lassie, keep her on the job. What the heck? Troops return home. Yeah, that arch is, I think that arch is still there. Is it? I actually don't know if that arch is still there. I think it got moved. Oh, yeah. So that fountain today was right there. There's that fountain I was at and made a little recording of earlier. Of course, this is the original. They remade it a little bit, it looks like, I think. They, those four little pillar things are no longer there. They also removed a couple of the side paths. They changed it around. I'm not sure why. This building is where we're at right now. They're doing a little bit of construction on it. Haven't been, that's the place I like hanging out at. And there's this whole place here. I haven't really been too much. It's all one continuous thing. Indiana is the only state outside of Washington, D.C. to have a 5-length park like this. A 5-block length park. Pretty impressive. The history makes my bones ache. The greatest legislation. The Japanese.
And it's in great shape. Now, I don't know what you know about guns, but it doesn't really matter, but this looks a lot like what we saw later in the war, the 1847, after the war, Kalashnikov. It is the most prolific gun in the world. There's more of them than anything else, and they'll fire. You can drop them in mud, you can drop them in water, and they're simple.
Just kind of going through. I don't want to have this video go on too long. Just show off what's in here.
Okay, this right here is kind of an interesting story because what happened was that
Doesn't that look like a more modern pistol, huh? But then, 80 years old. They haven't changed too much, have they?
we got something you might be interested in. Okay, I think I probably got two of them. But go ahead, what do you got? He says, we have a bust of the Fuhrer.
Bring him back sooner, buy more bonds.
Yeah,
Wow.
suddenly, I'm real interested. So I'm playing it cool. And I said, oh, really?
What's funny is all those bonds are worth nothing today.
There's always a story. And he said, there's
Because those bonds doubled after X number of years.
Berlin was cut into sectors.
Yeah. Doubling of 10 is 20.
So these two
Nice waste of 30 years. Inflation made those bonds depreciate in value instead of increase, right?
and they're doing AAR.
Bonds. Nice idea. Poor execution. The people that designed that idea forgot about inflation. If inflation wasn't a thing, they weren't too bad. But just doubling your money in X number of years is pretty good. The problem is inflation made it where they actually decreased in value. Because $10 back then was a lot. At $20 now, in comparison.
Right, yeah, aware of that.
we borrow, we appropriate. So we don't speed on it.
U.S. Army Air Corps. This is a lot more modern. Oh boy. Nice. Oh. Why is it blocked off on that side? Say hi. You're talking right now. And? She kind of lost her voice this morning. It's okay. She feels better. She had a little something to eat. Her blood sugar was low and it was a little bit cold today. The powerhouse of this thing. It was like it was so.
This goes on for decades, and he dies. And so the deal was that when Buckeye died, the Hoosier gets this. Now this is the part, doctor, that I don't understand. The widow of the Hoosier doesn't want this in her house.
I can't understand that.
I can't either. And so, because he had, the Hoosier had this in his, it was on his bench in his garage, and then it was in his basement, no mention of a pool table. And so now the IU Foundation people have it. And so they're saying, would you be interested?
Oh,
And I just want to grab the guy and say, let's go tonight to Bloomington and get there. But I played it cool, and I said, I gotta do something first. Remember, my boss is the governor.
Right.
Rule number 1, do not embarrass the governor. Also, being a good second press guy, I know my history, and I know that there's a religious denomination that this guy played head.
This thing is huge.
People talk about the
It's like legit the size of a town or a small city.
that he was involved.
If you think about it, all the people on this are like 2 millimeters tall.
We're gonna put this up here. This is not to showboat this guy, but we need to tell what the real history is. They were all very, thank you for doing that. But I gotta tell you, we have people that walk in here and they see this and they walk right down that hallway. They just don't even wanna be in the same room. So we get this taken care of. I've carried it all over the state. So I'm sitting in the office, minding my own business, and the phone rings. This guy calls up and he says, hey, he said, are you in charge of the, I said, yeah, what do you need? And he
Not
said,
often.
We were in your museum the other day, and it was really nice, and Uncle Billy died. Gosh, Uncle Billy died in our museum. I didn't know about it. He says, no, he died a long time ago, a couple months ago, but we're cleaning out his house. And in his house, in the attic, he had a footlocker. And in the footlocker, he was in Berlin at the end of the war.
This is interesting content for the end of the video.
There's a flag in there. And I said, tell me it's red with a black swastika. He goes, how'd you know? And he said, I said, you had one of those? He said, yeah. He said, would you be interested? Well, maybe. I'm just ready to go right now.
Yeah.
So we did the documentation on it, and when you see the banners on the different buildings, the big long ones, this one's all rolled up. And so what we did was that we verified it, and then we put these two together. Wow.
This is all cool.
This is Ernie File, remember I told you?
Yeah.
So see these cases here?
You actually see the German craftsmanship in these. They did not slack.
You see the cases over on the other side?
American stuff works well.
And we're gonna move CA-35 from
And good
upstairs.
craftsmanship, but when it came to German, Look at the detail work on that. That was... Yeah, that's a machine pistol. Despite what the Germans did, they knew their way around manufacturing, that's for sure. Like, look at that. It has one little crack on it. Little crack right about there. That's the only damage to this thing, is that little crack. What? Look at this list. You can tell the German manufacturing is so good that something like this freaking machine gun, that's the only damage to it. There's a little tiny crack right there. They were well made.
How are we supposed to see the rest of it? 'Cause it's like,
I'm not sure, but I think this is big enough for a video. It's almost 50 minutes long. So I'll end the video with a, screw you, Hitler. Good night. Bye-bye.